Hi guys, my name is Ned and this will be my first video. I want to talk about I am Cambodian and I want to talk about the Ancestry.com DNA results that I got and how I was surprised and just want to let other Cambodian knows what are our potential DNA or ancestor could be from. So yeah, I will start it off with talking about my DNA ancestry results. Well, before I start talking about it, I just want to give you guys a quick background. I know that I am Cambodian. I was born and grew up there for 10 years, then moved to America. I know that my dad is partially Chinese because of my grandfather from my dad's side. He moved from southern China to Cambodia. But from my mom's side, she said that she's Cambodian, but she's from a province that's by the border of Thailand. So I assume she might be partially Thai, but she looked kind of Indian. And her skin tone is like very caramel. But my aunt, her older sister, who kind of like Chinese looking, and then her younger brother, who's my uncle, looked kind of more dark skin, like very dark skin, almost like African. So it was pretty interesting, and I suspect something wrong. I mean, not wrong, something unique about my family. How we have a different skin color, and that could affect the variation of our DNA. Might be the Cambodian, the worst group of people, have a lot of mixture between Indian, Cambodian, Chinese, the native people that originally walked to Cambodia. So let's see the result quick. And I would like to apologize if I sound boring on the video or anything. This is my first time and I just want to share the results of my DNA. So this is my result. I don't know if you guys could see, but this is where it is. Yep. So I am 65% Asia East. And the one thing that takes me about this is that it categorized Cambodia, Russia, China, North Korea, Vietnamese into together, like as an East Asia, and I don't think that correctly reflects our DNA. I don't think Cambodian or Thai and Chinese and Korean and Japanese are from the same group of people. So I don't know why I don't know why they don't categorize them into a smaller group, not just clump us all to get into Asia East. And for that, I got 65%. So I do not know how much Chinese I have versus Cambodian I have. That would be cool to know, and hopefully the DNA Ancestry.com program would further update when they get more data value as the years progress. And for the second part is that I got 65% Asia South. And Asia South is include India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. That doesn't surprise me because I just buy my mom feature, and my feature, a lot of people mistaken us as Indian a lot of times. So I was not surprised, but I'm just very surprised that I have 15% South Asian. So maybe my mom probably carry at least 20 to 30% in her DNA of South Asian. And next one I have Polynesian, 12%. And Polynesian are Tonga and Samoa. I think that part does not surprise me that much either, because Polynesian, I mean Cambodian people, some said that we have a lot of Aboriginal people who migrate from Indonesia, move up forward to Cambodia, and they've been there for a long time before the Chinese and the Indian come into play a big role in our society and our cultural costume. So it was pretty not much surprise, but I'm just very interesting to see that I am 12% Polynesian. So I could be Samoan and Tonga, which is related to the Hawaiian people also. So that was pretty cool to find out. And another thing is that I am 3% Melanesia. And Melanesia consists of Papua New Guinea, Bougainville, Fiji, and Aboriginal Australia. And those are the people that They are very dark skinned, with kind of almost thick curly hair. So it's pretty interesting to see have a 3% of it, and maybe that's explain why my hair is kind of look like a curly frizzy, but I do not know. But I have 3% of Melanesia, and that was pretty cool to see that I'm part of the potentially the part of Aboriginal Australian. That is pretty cool. And I told my mom about it. She always wanted to live in Australia for a long time. So letting her know was pretty, she was like, wow, I should move back there to see my people as a joke, but I don't know. Yeah. And I also have a low confidence area. I do not know what that means, but I try to read further what it stands for. And some said that it's just a possibly. Some said it could be accurate. Some said it's not. And for the low confidence region, I have 4% Asian Central, and that's include like the Middle East, Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. And they are mostly Eastern Europe and the Middle East and Asia and the Indian subcontinent, with a lot of trade happen and intersection between culture and people there. So I do not know how that could be, but I could see why it could give me a. I could see why I'm 4% Central Asia, because through the my Indian blood maybe, because if you look at the map, they are pretty close to each other, and maybe the human race, they migrate around from Africa and into Europe and into the Middle East and into India and into East Asia and into Cambodia and then further on, like right here. You see this color, right? Nope, right here. This is Asia Central. Yep, they could probably move down to India and then to Southeast Asia, which is where Cambodia located at. And another interesting, and lastly on my low confidence region, is that I got 1% Nigeria. So what interesting to me is that so far for my DNA estimate, ethnicity estimate, it's been like they tell me a region, but they don't give me a specific country. But for the specific last 1%, which is the Nigeria one, they just pick Nigeria. They don't tell me I'm like East African, South African, or West African, or anything. They just specifically pick Nigeria for me. So I wonder how does that work, or how does my ancestor, if it's true, how does my ancestor move from Nigeria to possibly the Middle East? Maybe they are, I don't know, trader, maybe slave, maybe warrior, maybe royal family from Nigeria who visit the Middle East, and they have kids there. But I know that Nigeria have some, according to the description, they're talking about Nigeria have some Muslim population, and it was there since the ancient time, and the Middle East are still Muslim. So maybe there's a Muslim connection that brought the Nigerian blood, or my Nigerian part of my ancestor, that 1% of it, of my of myself is Nigerian, that brought them to the Middle East, and maybe they crossed down more to Central Asia, to India, and then all the way to Cambodia. So yeah, that was pretty interesting, and I just want to give you guys a quick summary of this. Quick, that's what I got. And yeah, so I overall my opinion is that I would urge a lot of Asian and especially Cambodian to do their DNA ancestry test to find out if they curious about their ethnicity and where they actually come from. I highly recommend to do it. I done mine through the Ancestry.com, as I mentioned. I got it for $80. It was $70, but yeah, $70, but I have to pay $9 extra for shipping, and I got it during the Father Day special. I didn't buy for my dad. I bought for myself because I've been like wanting to know what's my ethnicity estimate supposed to be for several years now. All right, have a great day, you guys. So my mom just called me to get some food. So hopefully, you guys learn better about what our Cambodian blood and ethnicity composed of. And if you want to leave any comment, any suggestion, any further conversation about the Cambodian DNA ancestry, or the general ideas about the Ancestry.com and how the program works for East Asian people or Southeast Asian people, please leave a comment and don't forget to thumbs up or like my video, and yeah, just keep the conversation going, and see you guys later. Thank you.